if you've ever felt unsure about whether you should send a campaign or set up a flow in Klaviyo, you're not alone. This is something I get asked all the time. And today we're breaking it down so that by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly when to use each one and why both are essential for growing your business. Here's how I explain it to my clients. Campaigns are relationship building emails you need to create each week that are extremely intentional and focused on one message. Flows are a series of emails that are more general in nature but designed to meet your subscribers where they are and take the relationship to the next level. So if you've been wondering which to use and when, stick with me. I've got you covered. Hi friends, welcome back to the Inbox to Income podcast. My name is Liesel, and in this little corner of the internet, I share all things email marketing for e-commerce stores. Spend less than 20 minutes with me each week and I'll help you turn store browsers into loyal customers by transforming your email list into your most profitable business asset. Whether you're new to email marketing or just need a confidence boost, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Okay, here's the thing. Too many business owners only send campaigns and forget about flows. Or even worse, they rely only on flows and never send campaigns. One of the biggest myths about campaigns is that they're just monthly newsletters. Nope. Campaigns should inspire, educate, encourage, or entertain your audience. And as for flows, some people assume they're impersonal and robotic just because they're automated. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The magic happens when you use both together. Campaigns keep your audience engaged. Flows create automated revenue streams in the background. And when used correctly, they work together to maximize your results. Alright, so how exactly do you use campaigns and flows strategically in your business? Let's go over when you should use a campaign and when a flow is more appropriate. When you're launching a new product, a campaign or even a series of campaign emails is your best option because you can control who you send it to and when. If you're running a flash sale, the same thing, a campaign. If it's a 72-hour flash sale, you'll do one email on day one, another email campaign the next day, and then a final call email on the last day. And these will all be set up as campaign emails, individual emails. For a weekly newsletter that keeps your audience engaged and educated, you'll also do a campaign. And if you're sharing your latest blog post or long form content to educate your audience, yes, you guessed it, it will also be a campaign. Now, let's talk about the flows. Flows run 24/7 in the background and get triggered by a customer's action. If someone joins your email list, they should enter a welcome flow because this is where they get introduced to your brand. If they add something to their cart but don't check out, that's where an abandoned cart flow comes in. If they make a purchase, a post-purchase flow thanks them and builds loyalty. And if they haven't shopped in a while, a win-back flow encourages them to come back. Now, it's not realistic for us to think that you're going to sit there monitoring who just added something to the cart and quickly send them an email. So you need to rely on Klaviyo's automations and triggers to do the heavy lifting for you because they are constantly monitoring what is happening on your site. And when that trigger happens, you need to know that your email marketing system is taking over and sending them that reminder. Now, if you're running campaigns, here's a huge tip that I've seen work really well. and that is to follow a 6-week cycle. Every 6 weeks, plan to do a quick 3-day flash sale or BOGO or an exclusive offer to boost your revenue. But that doesn't mean you're not promoting in between those cycles. If you're already sending a weekly campaign email that points to your blog or other long form content, you can start adding a second weekly campaign email to showcase a trending product or best seller. Now, this isn't a promo, this isn't a get 20% off email. This is simply showing them what they were interested in the first place, right? So you're going to do your blog email on the Tuesday, and that is just educating. That's not asking for anything except to go read your content where you can help them with tips, tricks, behind the scenes, whatever it is. That's that email. And then on Saturdays or Fridays, whichever is best for your audience, you'll send another email to anyone who is highly engaged. And that's where you're going to showcase your product. So then it could just be check out the trending product of the week or see our best seller. This isn't necessarily a discount. It's more about putting a spotlight on something your audience might love. And then when it comes to flows, my biggest piece of advice is make your welcome flow count. This flow has the highest open rates of any emails. We're talking an average of 66%. So if there's one flow you want to spend some extra time perfecting, it's this one. And listen, don't let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game. Did anyone catch that? A Cinderella story reference? One of my favorites. But you'll be tweaking and optimizing your welcome flow over time. And A/B testing is key if you want to make sure this flow really resonates with your audience. Let me tell you about a time when campaigns completely saved me from wasting time and money on a new product. At one point, we were thinking about launching a new product range. But before we went all in, we decided to test the waters with our audience first. So we wrote a blog post about this product as a solution to a common problem. Then we sent 2 campaign emails about it to our list. Nothing. Not a single person clicked through. We even promoted it on social media and still crickets. That was the biggest red flag ever. Our audience wasn't interested. And instead of spending money on inventory that wouldn't sell, we scrapped the idea and pivoted. This is why campaigns are so powerful. They give you real-time feedback and allow you to test ideas before making big investments. Now imagine if we only relied on flows and never tested this. We would have blindly launched a product no one wanted and still be stuck with that inventory today. If you've been sending campaigns but don't have your flow set up yet, this is your sign to fix that. And if you've been relying only on flows and not sending enough campaigns, it's time to start building that relationship with your audience. If you need help setting up your automations, grab my free Quickstart checklist to high converting pop-ups and welcome flows and start automating today. That's it for today's episode. If this was helpful, please drop your comments below and let me know your biggest takeaway. I love hearing from you. Alright friends, happy emailing and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips to grow your e-commerce business and simplify your marketing. And if you're ready to dive deeper, remember to grab the free guide and check out these videos next.